Hi guys, welcome back to Saving Salvage, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, so I did have the RS3 in because I did say it was going to be RS3 on this video. I did have it in on the RAM, started taking loads of footage and found out I needed more parts. Something to do with the headlight range control. I had a problem with the adaptive lights. So I've got an issue to sort out there. And then also one of the clips I bought from Audi for the bumper, they sent me the wrong side. So can't put the bumper on either, so it's a bit frustrating. So I've just taken it back off again. I've made sure I've got the right parts and they will be here hopefully for the next video. So I thought I will just take it off. Luckily my new DPF sensor turned up yesterday afternoon, so got that. So I thought might as well just get the A3 back in. So back on the A3 today. So as always guys, if you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, please do head over to my Instagram channel, or page, which is up there, one of the corners, saving_salvage. Right, let's crack on. Oh, still got the wind, but let's crack on with today's video. Right, so as I just mentioned, got my DPF sensor that turned up, and good news is the threads for my exhaust are absolutely fine. So I've screwed that in, that's gone nice and tight. Oh no, it hasn't. Right, now it's fine. It turns out I hadn't tapped it enough. It was just still a little bit burr in there, but I've just taken it back out, re-tapped it, blew it all out, and now it's gone in absolutely fine. So nice and tight now. So that is the DPF sensor all good. I'm happy about that. I was worried that the thread was going to be knackered, but no, it's all fine, all nice and tight. So we can now commence putting the DPF back on. Right, before I begin, just a quick update on where we're up to. Everything is done on the underside. EGR cooler's back on, exhaust is back on, all done back up. Oil feed pipes, return and feed are all done up tight. Everything's EGR valve is connected to the exhaust manifold. Inlet valve to the intake pipe to the turbo is all connected up. So we're all good to go underneath. Obviously I'm just gonna have to remove that wheel again, drop the wishbone down, so then we can get the drive shaft back in. But first we are going to stick the exhaust back on. But apologies if the rain noise is coming through quite loud, it does kind of echo in here. But right, we've got the exhaust back on. You can see down here, gasket's back on. So it just pops on here, and there's the clip. Here's the clip for it here. All I've got to do is from underneath, just tighten it up. It's all ready to go, it just needs tightening up. All my clips, all my DPF sensors are back on, all in position. Here, all my clips are on. I've just rerouted the wires all the way back to where they go and put them all in their positions over there. So all I've got to do now is connect the airbox up. I'm just going to do that first, connect the airbox up, and then put it back in the air, do the exhaust bolt up, and then hopefully, if we get a jump pack on her, she should start and run nice and smooth. Just a quick update from underneath. I've done the DPF bolt up that holds it to the turbo. That's all done up. Exhaust manifold is all now in position. Here, look, as you can see, I ground off the old nuts and bolts because they were rusted through and never going to come off. And I managed to pick up 2 new proper bolts, coach bolts and nuts. So that's all back on, nice and secure. So everything underneath is now complete, all wiring back on, so it's ready to go, but we now obviously need to fit the drive shaft. So what we're going to do now is repair the inner CV boot on the offside drive shaft, get that done, get it all in position, get it back on the ground, and hopefully we can turn her over. Right, so there is a hole in our CV boot just there, look, on our inner, and there's a new one there which we're going to fit. So this CV joint is actually not held on by anything really other than that boot. You'll see what I mean when I take it off, but because obviously it's held in with the gearbox side, and then that's held in with the wheel side. There's nowhere it can actually go. It can't exactly come out, so there's nothing actually holding it in as such. But we've got to cut off these clips, 1 and 2, cut them off, and then the CV joint should just pop off, and then we can get to work on cleaning it up and getting our new boot in situ. Right, so we've taken our outer casing off, which was literally just cut this clip here and then just pop it off, and this is the CV joint here. So what we've got to do now is we've got to remove the actual joint to be able to get the cover off, and there's like a little circlip, or a big circlip here, that clip here. Just remove that clip and the whole CV joint should just pop off the top, and then we can remove our boot and get a new one in. Right, just quickly got the joint off, removed the circlip here, just popped it off nice and gently, cleaned it all up. So there's our shaft here, look, all nice and clean, bearing all nice and clean. So what we've got to do now is put the new boot on over the shaft, put the shaft back on, circle it back on, fill it full of grease, get it all greased up, put this cap back on, and then put both clips on, and she's done. Right, so there we have it. CV boot's all on now, all back into position. These clips you can use, there are special pliers for these clips. Here, look, if you can see. There are special pliers for these type of clips where you just pinch them to tighten it. Alternatively, you can use side cutters. I mean, you just have to be a bit careful to not obviously break it. But I think for the first couple of years of when I was a tech, I used side cutters to do those up, and then I eventually got the tool because it's just a bit easier. Right, she's back on the ground now. All the wheels back on, everything's back on, jump pack's on, battery charger's on it as well, so hopefully it will start and not have the trouble we had last time. Moment of truth. That took a long time. Definitely sounds a lot revvier than before, so that's a good start. Right guys, I had to dart off yesterday, so I didn't have time to do the road test part of it, so I've come back in this morning. I've just let it idle for probably 15 minutes just to get up to temperature again, and now we're just going to go for, we're not going to take it onto the road because obviously no MOT etc, but luckily enough the drive is long enough just for a quick few pulls just to make sure the turbo is now boosting. So it's up to 90 degrees, just jumped in and we're just going to go up and down and hopefully, fingers crossed, it will boost. Right, moment of truth. Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely boost now. So that's good. So hopefully, that means it's fixed. Before when I went up, it was just flat as a pancake. And it's definitely pulling now. So that's good. We'll just go for a quick another pull. Well, we're just going to go for a quick another pull. Yep, okay. We're good. No limp mode, no nothing, so that is good. Just turn around. Right guys, so that is hopefully the A3 done mechanical wise. So we're gonna, what I'll do now is in the next video I'll book it in for an MOT. We'll get it down MOT'd and then hopefully it'll pass, and then we can go on a longer road test, and then I'll explain all the costs involved with fixing it. I don't want to keep boosting the turbo, it is new, although it's up to temperature fine, but I just don't want to boost it too much. So yeah, we'll get it nice long road test, and I'll go through all the costs etc about the car, and that will be it. So as always guys, if you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully the next video will be on the RS3. I know I keep saying it, but every time I keep working on it, I just need more parts, so fingers crossed. It'll be the RS3 next. So as always guys, thank you very much, and I shall see you in the next video. Cheers guys.